I'm Bob Hoffman, one of the many Hoffmans from Carroll County, and this is my very good friend Olivia Garcia, and isn't she a sweetheart? Anyway, Jason said he wanted me to tell you something about my experience with Templeton Rye, and my dad had a Jack Sprat grocery store in Templeton. Little dinky town at that time had 3 grocery stores in it, and that was right in the gut of the Depression and right in the middle of Prohibition. And I would have been probably at that time somewhere 8, 9, and 10 years old when this was happening. And there was a gang of us that get together, and we knew what was happening in town, because when you're a bunch of young punk kids like that, you know everything that's going on in the place. We knew where, I knew where at least a half a dozen of the people were cooking whiskey, and we knew where more of them were hiding their whiskey. That was in the heyday of Templeton Rye. And we capitalized on the success that the bootleggers had by picking up all the empty bottles we could find. And we had an old gentleman that ran a hotel at the end of Main Street up by the railroad tracks. And we would take the empties up there, and for which he gave us a nickel apiece. And in those days that wasn't too bad. We'd take 10, 12 at a time up there, and he wasn't the sharpest knife in the drawer, and he would take the bottles and take them out back in an old shed that he had on the back of his lot, and he'd put the bottles in there for safekeeping, and I'm not even sure if the shed had a door on it at that time, but anyway, we'd wait until he got back inside the hotel, and then we'd go out there and liberate those bottles again. You know, they needed to keep moving. So we'd take them down the line to the next one and resell them a second time, and I always figured that was marketing at its best.